Hi, Armand here with your astrology forecast for the week of October 25th, 2020. And it is quite an exciting week. We have a big full moon coming up on Halloween on October 31st, and we'll get to that in just a second. I want to give a shout out to some folks here on YouTube that you will enjoy watching their videos. There's three folks here that I enjoy watching their stuff, and I think you will too. So I want to give a shout out to them. First up on the list is Adam Bernstein at the Medium channel. Adam goes first because I realize that I should be giving shout outs to people because of Adam. Anyway, Adam has he's been on for about 4 months now. He has instructional videos on developing psychic and medium skills. He also has he does some live mediumship events, and on top of all, on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, he gives a weekly tarot forecast. So, and he leaves that up so you can watch it later if you can't make it there live. Okay, so that's the first person. I'm going to put their contact information on the bottom of the video so you can just look them up here on YouTube. Second up is Natalie Delahaye. Natalie's an astrologer. She does her forecasts. It used to be the new moon, and then I think maybe it's the first of the month now. Well, you know what you do? You subscribe. See, when you subscribe, then you don't have to worry about this. You just subscribed, and it just shows up. You get notifications, just as you subscribe to this channel. Right? Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, Natalie, astrology, very similar to me. She usually puts in some little recommendations about aromatherapy and herbs, which is very helpful. And she has a really great ability to just summarize the time without getting too lost in the details, which is a problem for some of us. And last, but certainly not least, is Liz Hathaway with her wonderful Astrovisier channel. And Liz does weekly forecasts. Used to be Mondays. Now I think she does them on Sundays. Again, you just subscribe and it takes care of itself. Liz, again, astrology, her approach is pretty similar to mine. She'll always come up with something that I say, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. So very, very insightful. Also very good at summarizing the week ahead. So if you enjoy this channel, and I'm sure you do, then you'll probably enjoy those channels as well. Now let's talk about this coming week. Yeah. Well, it gets off to a really nice start. The moon is in Pisces, it's waxing, pretty much harmonious aspects. I'm thinking it's probably a nice start to the week, Monday and Tuesday. A little easier going, I guess, than we've had recently. So that should be nice. That should be good. Also on Tuesday, Mercury retrogrades into Libra from Scorpio, and Venus on the same day comes forward from, and that's where, I'm sorry, my computer screen froze on my end. I don't know if it does on the video, but I'm going to leave it anyway. So these two planets come from opposite sides into Libra. They're both pretty happy in Libra. It's one of Venus's home signs, and she does well. She gets out of Virgo where she's not too comfy, and then she's got to go into Scorpio where she's really not too comfy later on. But she sort of has this middle ground over there in her home sign of Libra. The strategy, Mercury a little bit less so, I think. Well, Mercury's pretty happy, but he's retrograde and he's heading towards a square to Saturn next weekend, very close to his station to go direct. So, it's a little bit tougher for him. And of course, Mars is still retrograde, so it's not all flowing easy stuff right now, but it should be a little bit easier. The strategy, as I was going to say before, the strategy is diplomacy. That's the way you handle things in Libra. It's a very go through channels, follow along with the protocol type of vibe, and we'll have that for a few weeks, especially with Mercury stationing in Libra, and with Venus in Libra as well. Venus will have some tense dealings with the Capricorn planets in a couple of weeks, but we're not there yet, so we'll just relax about that. Okay, so you're going to follow diplomacy. You're going to try to be nice about things. And there goes the dog. We'll probably have to break the video in a second here. And then the full moon. Now, as we build up towards the full moon, from about Wednesday on, the moon goes into Aries, where it's a waxing moon, almost full in Aries, squaring the Capricorn planets. A lot of stuff going on that could be a little bit uneasy. And then on Saturday we have the full moon. This is the second full moon in October, which makes it a blue moon. Blue moons happen about every 18 months. So when somebody says, "Well, I do that every once in a blue moon," you know, about every year and a half. I'm going to stop while the dog, where was I? The full moon. Yeah, this full moon, which is conjunct the planet Uranus within 3 minutes of arc of the planet Uranus. Now, full moons bring things to light. They have a kind of lunacy about them, this sort of explosive energy, and conjunct Uranus. Uranus is a very active planet, tends to make things happen. Not a lot of internalized energy when Uranus is prominent. So what we're likely to see, especially building into the full moon Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The full moon is on Saturday. Should be a fun Halloween. Is a real jangly kind of energy. The cycle of tension and release that has been increasing in both frequency and volume throughout 2020 is really going to be kind of at a peak at this point in time. It is a release point. And after that, we will, in fact, sort of wind down just a little bit and for just a moment. The fact is that, there's actually not just one cycle of tension and release. There's a bunch of them and they all overlap. It's completely normal. We always have cycles of tension and release. It's a subset of the ongoing cycle of growth and decay. Everything is always in the midst of these cycles. It's just the speed at which they're happening and the intensity with which they happen. And there are more than one of them for sure. They overlap, and it's not entirely astrological. As a matter of fact, we've been increasing the frequency. Raising, it sounds like we're raising the vibe, and maybe we are, but at least we are seeing that there is greater intensity. Now, be aware that some folks, not you, some folks are going to be a little bit edgy with this energy for the second half of the week and into the weekend. There's an impulsiveness about it. You could put it to some good use, but some folks may not. Once again, be careful driving. Watch out. There could be arguments starting over minor things, or there could be arguments starting over major things. It's just not a very easy to contain type of energy. You even might have a few challenges. I'm sure you're trying your best, but if you don't have a few moments, that could be a problem, because you're either a bodhisattva or you're about to blow. And I'm telling you which way I'm betting on it. We all have our moments. We all feel this. We all feel the tension, and it's just hard to keep it in. It comes out as anger, it comes out as frustration. Just be aware of it. Let that Libra energy help you a little bit. Anyways, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's a rowdy kind of energy. It could make for a really fun Halloween, by yourself.